your convention at Marquette. And also got to go to UW Whitewater as well as talk to folks at UW Oshkosh and UW Madison. So, good to see my guys in the corner here, students from Mahlon Mitchell. Always good to see them. My daughter actually goes here, UW Oshkosh. My wife is actually picking her up right now. She had to attend a little extended summer class, and she also runs track here. She's a freshman at UW Oshkosh. So, 3 to 5 minutes. I'm running for governor because we need to actually win this thing. I ran for lieutenant governor in 2012, where I got 1,156,520 votes-ish. But you always remember your number because you know the number it takes to actually win, the threshold we need to get to in order to actually beat Scott Walker. I got in the race November 13th, and during that time, we raised the most amount of money by dollars raised in the least amount of time. We also have the most endorsements. Now, why are endorsements important? Because the endorsements that I have are actually organizations, unions, and associations that represent people from all walks of society in our state. I've got endorsed by operating engineers. And if you didn't know, those are 10,000, 11,000 men and women who handle heavy machinery, help build roads. And what's interesting about them is last time they endorsed Scott Walker the last 3 times. And they've now come over, in my opinion, over to the good side, to the Dem side, but more importantly, have come in and endorsed our campaign in the primary. I've got endorsed by the AFL-CIO, which represents the majority of labor across our state, my association as well as part of AFL-CIO. I've got endorsed by Congresswoman Gwen Moore out of Milwaukee as well, and a whole slew of other unions, machinists, SEIU, the transit union, but a whole slew of other unions. But it's important because it represents people around the state, and we're building a broad coalition of folks to not just win the primary, but hopefully hit the ground running after we win the primary into the general election, beat Governor Walker November 6th. Issues that are important to all of us, whether you're in college or not. Healthcare right now needs to be affordable. Education right now, our greatest commodity are you, our youth. Your greatest currency is your education. So we have a plan. If you go to our website, you'll see plans to actually have college that not necessarily free, but you're going to actually earn it by actually being part of your community, doing community service, helping veterans, helping homeless, helping your senior who needs their snow shovel or their leaves raked. So you're actually going to pay it forward. The plan actually comes from my 14-year-old son. When I saw him play video games once for 12 hours in one day, I said, I don't think he should get free tuition. He should actually have to earn it. So he'll be earning it, but he'll be paying it forward. College student loan debt. We have over, I think, 1.1 million people in our state right now that have crazy student loan debt. We can do something about that right away. One is letting folks refinance their loans. Having loan forgiveness programs for those who are going to teach our youth, teachers. But also having a plan where we can have college tuition paid for our next generation. So I have all these plans. We talk about the economy, having an economy for everybody. I don't believe someone should go to a fish fry on Friday and wonder how they're going to pay for it on Monday. We need to have, if you go to my website, I have a plan for $15 an hour, but not just stopping there, but it's $15 an hour, and it's setting up sectoral commissions around the state, because what you can get for $15 an hour in Grant County or Marquette County or Adams County is not what you can get for $15 an hour in Milwaukee County, Dane County, or Waukesha County. So $15 an hour is a floor and it's a start, but we're going to do better, and they had to set up actually regional commissions where we have employees sitting talking about hours, wages, and working conditions. So I think these are always better for me to take questions as opposed to me sitting up and tell you what I'm going to do. Because what a lot of times happens is elected officials and those that want to be elected officials overpromise, underperform. And I know we're on time constraints, so I can take any questions you may have.
You probably have time for one.
That's it? One? Oh, he said no.
I was waving. Sorry. Hi.
Hi, Jack.
Any questions? Unless you're giving a high five.
Okay.
There's a question right there.
Yes.
So at my old high school, the entire technical education department is walking out, and some of the science teachers as well, serving in Illinois for better pay. Are you thinking about any incentives for teachers to stay in Wisconsin?
So the question was about teachers, and she had, what did your old high school?
Sophomore.
Okay, sophomore. Questions about teachers leaving. basically in droves, and that's happening all across the state. What we're seeing, unfortunately, in our state are teachers leaving school districts because of merit pay, and benefits being better at larger school districts. So you're having a lot of teachers leaving rural areas and going to different school districts, staying for a short time and then moving further to different other school districts based upon pay and what's happening across our state. And young lady here asked a question about equality in schools. We talked about school districts, and I'll tell you real briefly. It is a problem. We have school districts having to survive by referendum. Like, one thing we need to do is make teachers feel good about teaching again. And we also have to give school districts back local control so that they can raise their levy, which is keeping them here, so they're not able to pay for essential services. But we have to actually, I have a plan that you're going to see come up on our website come Monday. I'm going to talk about it a little bit tonight on the floor. I actually going to call for a constitutional amendment that's going to be passed in the state, where the state pays 2/3 of the cost of all school districts across our state, and the local tax will pay the rest. So the state will actually pay 2/3, and then the local local taxes, local school funds, local school district taxes will pay the rest. And that will, one, bridge that equality and income gap for, I believe, for all school districts. And two, we have a plan to change the per pupil rate to make the per pupil rate formula actually fair and equitable for all school districts. Because not everybody in our state are getting the same type of education, and that's a problem. Teachers, we need to pay them fairly. Hours wait work edition. I mean, that's a problem.
Okay, we have to cut it off. We have to cut it off because we only have the room until 1:30 and it's now 1:37.
Are you cutting me off? That's what you're doing.
So, thank you so much.